All right, welcome to customizing your first store. What we're going to do is walk through the basics of how you can customize what shows up to your visitors when they view your first store that came with your Soapbox Engage account. What that will involve is customizing the store elements themselves, as well as the products that appear here in this particular store. The way you do that is by logging into your administrator, and you can access Shop directly just by clicking the Shop menu item up here at the top. Or we're actually going to scroll down first through the different modules for the various apps installed in this Soapbox Engage site and go to Shop Stores. From here, you can customize the URL by clicking the Customize URL button, edit the page link, which is how folks navigate to your store, as well as the page title. Now from here, if we wanted to, we could go ahead and click Edit to edit the store itself. We could view all the stores within Soapbox Engage by clicking View All. We could add a new store by clicking Add New Store, or we could go to that front-end view by clicking View. What we're going to do, though, is actually start with customizing the products that are shown in the store. And we'll go ahead and click Shop up here at the top. That will open the control panel for Shop. From here, we have access to click the Store Manager to see all the stores that we have for this Engage account. Categories, which you can learn more about in our knowledge base. Products Manager, that's what we want to click on to edit the stores, or we could go to the configuration to see some of the global settings that Shop has. We'll click Products Manager. Within the Products Manager, we can see the 3 products that are available to us. We could add a new product by clicking New. What we're going to do, though, is click Sample Product so that we can open the edit view of this product. Now, in the edit view, you have the ability to alter the name of the product that shows to the front-end user. The alias is something that auto-populates based on the name when you first save the item. We recommend that you just leave that as is. The product code, we'll touch on that more in a moment. Product summary, here's where you can enter in information that will appear within the product list of a given store and use the WYSIWYG editor to alter how this information is displayed. The internal description, this is, as it suggests, only information that is available to you here in the administrator. This helps add notes if you wish to let you know more about this particular product. Publish, we recommend that you keep a given product published. This is what makes it accessible for you to add to a given store. List price, this is the price that appears to the front-end user and the price at which they will purchase this item. Tax deductible amount, you can alter this if you wish to note that there's a certain portion of this product that is tax deductible. Custom field and custom field value. These are more advanced items for folks who have the user integration for Soapbox Engage and wish to designate a given product as available only to logged in users that have a particular value in one of their contact fields. For more about that, look in our knowledge base. For status, you can alter the status by choosing an item from the dropdown. We're going to go ahead and leave it in the stock, and we recommend that you do the same. Price book entry. This is how we link this particular product to a product and its price book entry in Salesforce. If we go ahead and click Select, what we see is a list of the price book entries that are in the Soapbox Engage demo Salesforce account. Once you switch your Salesforce instance from the demo account to your Salesforce account, you will need to go and update this item so it points to the price book entry that you have in Salesforce for this product. For more about price book entries, products, and linking between a product in Soapbox and in Salesforce, check out our knowledge base. For now, we're just going to go ahead and leave this as linked to that sample product 1 in our Salesforce instance. For product image, we have the ability to browse and upload an image from your computer just by navigating to find that image and clicking open. Or in this case, we've already selected an item from the drop-down. There just happens to be one for the image of this product. Now, if we want, we can also go to product description. Product description is where you can customize how things will appear if you wish to give folks the option of clicking a View More button or clicking the hyperlinked title of a product, so that within that product list on the front end, a pop-up will appear that can give them more information. We've gone ahead and not included a product description here, and we've disabled the View More button so that the pop-up does not appear. This is really for more information that you want to share with the front-end visitor than will really reasonably fit within the product list. These options are available for you if you want to provide that pop-up and if you wish to customize what elements of this product will show in that pop-up. We're going to go ahead and leave this all turned off and not available. So that's how you can customize a given product. If you wish to create a new product within the product manager to add to the store, you simply come to Products, you click New. From the new view, one thing to note is if you have the product already in Salesforce and you wish to add the price book entry associated with that product as a first step, and we'll do that just as an example here by clicking Sample Product 3. When you click Select, that will auto-populate the name, the product code, and the list price for this product. So if you add a new product, we'd recommend that you first have that added in Salesforce, then add the product to Soapbox so you can have those values automatically populate in those 3 fields, and then you can continue customizing this product, and then after you've saved it, you can go to the store itself and add it to the store you wish it to appear in. For the store itself, we'll leave the Products Manager and go to Store Manager. Within the Store Manager, we see My First Store, and we'll click on that. From My First Store, we're able to alter the title of our store that appears at the top of the view. Again, we can customize the URL. We can choose to publish or not this store. We recommend that you keep it published so it's accessible on the front end. We can turn test transactions on or off for this store, and then populate a public and internal description. Now, for the state of the product currently, public description is only shown on the back end. We'll be adding that on the front end in a future iteration. For internal description, this will always be only for you as an administrator to see. So you can populate this with whatever descriptive information that will help you in managing your site and this store. As with many views within the Soapbox administrator, we can click Customize Headings and Labels to get additional options for how to customize our store. For page intro and outro, you've got the ability to customize text that will appear at the top of the store and at the bottom of the store, and do that through using the WYSIWYG editor. Our next tab in our store is contact information. This is the section that appears just under the initial product list and allows you to collect first name and last name as well as email address of the individual placing the order. These will always be set to show and always be required. You have the option of turning on and requiring phone and organization. We're going to leave those off for now. Restrict contact field edit. This is an option that is specific to those with user integration. You can learn more in our knowledge base about this. For Honeypot, we recommend that you turn this on. Honeypot is a way that we can reduce spam by adding in hidden fields that only a spam bot will see and fill out. And therefore, if those fields are completed, Soapbox will reject that submission attempt with an error message. Payment. Here's where you can customize payment options for this store. We recommend that you keep show as the value for major credit cards so folks can process their payment using a credit card. Enable PayPal button. This is only if you wish to add the option of allowing folks to pay you through a PayPal standard account that you have. This is something that will send the user off-site to complete that transaction with PayPal directly. So we recommend that unless you have a very specific reason for enabling this, that you leave it as off, or in this case, to use global configuration. The configuration for this setting in store is set to hide by default. Enable invoicing. We also recommend that you leave this as hidden. If you wish, however, you can show it, and this will allow folks to complete their order, and then you will need to get payment from them by an alternate means offline. Tax exempt. If the status of the transaction should be tax exempt and sent to the payment processor of your choice as tax exempt, you can designate that here. Most of the time it won't be, and you can just leave it as use global configuration, which is set to no. For transaction description, this information is sent to your payment processor as well as Salesforce. You can alter the transaction description here. Payment method toggle. This will allow you to change that selector that we see here on the payment method area from the radio option to a drop down. We recommend that you just leave it as the radio option. On the products tab, you've got the ability to display or not display items you've manually marked as out of stock. You can enable product sorts. That allows for the column headings within the product list on the front end view to be clickable so that the items can be sorted by price or name. We recommend that you keep that off so that you can control the order of the products manually. Inventory status, you can show or hide whether or not an item is in stock, out of stock, discontinued, etc. By selecting show or hide here. All Items tab, we recommend that you keep this as hidden. For more information about tabs and categories, check out our knowledge base. For the products information, first thing that you can do in this list of the products that we have included in your first store is you can reorder them by dragging and dropping them where you wish to go. We can delete a product from this store. Now, this will only remove it from the store. It won't remove it from the products manager, but we could delete it by clicking remove item. Or we can edit this item by clicking the edit button. Here we've got some basic controls over selecting a given product. We'll just go ahead and leave it as sample product 1. We can also choose a minimum or maximum number of items for this given product that can be purchased by an individual in a single order. Now, this won't limit them from coming back to the store and purchasing these items again, but for a single order, you can cap or require a minimum number of items that are included in this purchase. If we wanted to add a product, we could simply click Add Product and select product from the published products in our product manager. We can also add a text element. If you wish to do this, this allows you to drop in static text anywhere within the product list if you wish. Shipping information. If this is a store that contains items that need to be physically sent to an individual or emailed to them, you can show or hide the shipping information section. For the Messages tab, you have the option of sending an email to the purchaser. It's already set to send by default in the configuration. You can choose to disable that. We recommend that you keep this on and that you customize the from email name and from email address. This overrides the system default, so the standard from email name and from email address associated with your Soapbox Engage account. You can alter this as you wish on a shop-by-shop or store-by-store basis. You can also set an email to CC or BCC other individuals. This traditionally would be staff people that you wish to receive notification of purchases. For email subject, you can alter this as you wish, as with the email text. The email text also allows you to drop in variables. Here, the products variable that we've included will have a list of all the products purchased as part of this order, with the amount showing the total amount of that purchase. For more on variables you can include in the email as well as the confirmation message that we'll see in a moment, check out our knowledge base. For redirect, you can choose to either redirect an individual to a custom link that you can identify here, or you can display a thank you page as we've chosen to do for your first store. And here, as with the email, you can customize the page title as well as the page text, and then we see those same variables used. The last tab. Here we have the ability to turn on or off Salesforce integration. This will allow an order to be saved to Salesforce. We recommend that you keep this on or set to use global config. For Pricebook, here is where you have the ability to filter a given store's products that are available to it to be added based on a price book in Salesforce. Now, a lot of nonprofits will have just one price book, probably the standard price book in Salesforce, so you won't necessarily need to set this. But for more on price books, check out our knowledge base. The last item here is how to select a campaign. The campaign is what will allow this lead, when it's created in Salesforce for this order, to automatically be associated with a campaign as a campaign member and automatically converted to a contact, an account, and opportunity. The trial store is what's been set up as part of the Soapbox Salesforce Engage. The trial store has been set up within the Soapbox Engage demo Salesforce account. You'll need to change this setting when you switch your Salesforce instance from the demo account to your live production Salesforce account. And you do that by clicking Select. And within the pop-up, you'll be presented with all of the campaigns that are set to active within your Salesforce instance. You can either select a campaign, as you can see is done here, or you can create a new one by clicking New, entering a name, choosing the type of campaign, entering a description, a start date, an end date, and leaving this as active. And then clicking Create will add that campaign within Salesforce and then associate this store with that campaign. So that's how we can modify your existing store. One last note.